What's cracking, cousin? It's your favorite cousin, Can here at the Lighthouse. This is the Divine Feminine headquarters, and yes, this is your favorite cousin, Can from the YouTube channel, Can Be the Light. I know many of you are like, Can, where you been? What's been going on? Well, I took 3 years off from work to work on myself, so no relationship, no job, no business, no nothing, just strictly working on myself, and I have been guided to come back and help a powerful community of women that are deciding to do the same thing, no longer working hard, releasing all toxicity from your life, and connecting to your true divine feminine identity. I will be here every week, every Monday, with spiritual guidance for you ladies. I'm so excited to work with you, and congratulations to the new you. Hey cousin, it's your favorite cousin Can here at the Lighthouse Women's Wellness Center. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about belief, and I have been guided to come on and give you a message. You know, I'm going to have a message for you every Monday. So the message for this week is belief. What do you believe? Do you even believe that what you want is possible? Or do you even know what you want? Moving forward, you know, it's all about forward movement over here at the Lighthouse Women's Wellness Center. Moving forward, we have to be very clear about our expectations, about what we want, and about what we don't want, because a lot of us have been living a life that we don't want to live. And I'll be honest, I lived that way for a long time, and I'm saying us because, again, we are a collective. So, you know, I speak for the collective. We stumble and bumble in life when we don't really know what we want. And we end up living a life or being in a relationship or working on a job or existing in a reality that we do not want. And I'm here to tell you that you are in control of your reality. It doesn't matter who the president is. It doesn't matter what country you live in. It doesn't matter where you come from, who your parents are, what they did for you, what they didn't do for you, who your friends are, who you know, who you don't know. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. You are always in control of your reality. And this is why belief is so important. Any ancient text is always going to point you back to your belief. You have to believe. And the number one thing you have to do is believe in yourself. Now, if you grew up religious like I did, we were not necessarily pointed towards belief in ourselves. We were pointed towards an external belief, believing in something outside of ourselves. But I'm here to tell you that you have the power to do whatever it is that you want to do when you activate the spirit within you. You have to activate it. But if you don't get in alignment, then you will be disconnected from the power source, and then you will just exist. And we know many people live like this. There are a lot of people that are just living life. They want to live different, but they don't know what to do. That is because they are disconnected from the power source. And I'm here to tell you that the number one question this spirit is always going to ask you from within is, what do you want? I hear this even now. What do you want? Because I remember not too long ago, I got pulled over, right? Now, it's crazy because even if you're legit, you still will feel nervous if you get pulled over. So I got pulled over, okay? Yes, your cousin Ken was out here breaking laws. No, I'm lying. I'm just playing. I wasn't breaking the law, but I did get pulled over, okay? I was driving a little bit too fast, you know. But anyway, I got pulled over, and you know how the police take forever to come up to the window. So you just sitting there waiting or whatever. And it's like, man, like, come on, man, give me this ticket so I can go. I'm nervous, and I hear inside of me, I hear it. What do you want to happen? You know how you can start thinking about the worst case scenario? I started doing that. So I started thinking about, like, you know, what's going to happen? Like, what is going on? I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, you know, you can't never be too sure when it comes to the popo, okay? 12, 5, 0, one time, you just never can be too sure. So I was just like, okay. I started thinking about, okay, wonder if this is like a crooked situation. Like, you know, we in the South, so I don't know about these police down here. I never had to deal with this down here. But I heard What do you want to happen? So I started thinking like, okay, what do I want to happen? I just want to get this ticket and go on about my business. That's all I want to do. Sure enough, when I said that to myself, okay, of course, this is the dialogue that we have in our brain with our creator. It happens in your mind. So I'm like, I just want to get this ticket and go. Sure enough, here he come with the ticket. 2 tickets. I got 2 tickets and he let me go. And I just went on about my day. But Spirit had taught me in that moment, like, you're panicking, you're thinking about the worst case scenario, and none of that stuff even happened. It's not even going to happen. But if you think that that's going to happen, then you can really create a situation. So this is how Spirit is speaking to me in my head while I'm driving home, still shooketh because the police pulled me over. When Spirit speaks to you, it comes from within. That's why I always am guided to help you to think about what you're thinking about. Think about what you want to happen, because your word is your wand. And that's actually a book, okay? If you go to the Lighthouse Women's Wellness Center, go to the YouTube page, go down to helpful books, you'll see all these helpful audio books. There's a book there. Your word is your wand. Read these books. Listen to them. If you don't have time to read or you're not a big reader, then listen to them. They're on YouTube. There's a lot of audio books. Listen to these books that will help you to develop the mindset that you want, because moving forward, you're going to have to get sharp when it comes to what you believe and what you know. Because in this world, trust me, there's a lot of games being played. All right. And in the spiritual realm too, there's a lot of games being played. And if you can be manipulated in your mind, then you will be manipulated in your body. You will start to do things that are out of alignment with what you want. So you have to know what it is that you want, and you have to believe that it's possible. All right. That's key. You have to believe it's possible. If you say you want to be married, do you really believe that it's possible to be married to a man that will treat you the way you want to be treated? Do you really believe that that's possible? If you say, no, I don't believe that that's possible, then it's not going to be possible for you, and you're not going to have that. But if you say, you know what, I do believe it's possible for me to be in a healthy relationship with a partner. I believe that it's possible. Even if you've never experienced that, if you believe that it's possible, then it's possible for you. So once you say, okay, this is possible for me, now you have to feel it. You have to bring it from above, below. You have to bring it from your mind, what you believe is possible, down into your heart and into your body, and you have to feel this. I'm not saying, be delusional, because a lot of people who manifest, they do it with delusion. I'm not saying being delusional, okay? It's not going to help you, because you can manifest something and get it and lose it. I don't want you to lose it. I want you to keep this. You have to be able to hold on to this vision. But the way you hold on to the vision of what you want, you have to feel that it's possible. Because energy is going to tell on you every time. I'm telling you. What they say, energy is a dry snitch. It's going to tell on you every time. This is spirituality. You cannot fake this. If you really do not believe that something is possible, you will not receive it. And I'm just going to say this like a little sidebar. When I was reading tarot, a lot of people wanted things that they did not receive. But it's only because they did not believe it. So they listened to tarot readings, and the readings keep saying the same thing over and over and over again. Because it's going to pick up on the energy of what could be, what is in the future. Because tarot is past, present, and future. But if you don't believe that it's possible, then that's the reason why a lot of times people say, I keep getting the same reading, I keep hearing the same thing, and nothing's happening for me. It's not happening because you don't believe that it's possible yet. And that's what I was saying, because if it's coming up, then it's possible for it to happen. You just don't have the belief to match what it is that's going to happen. And when you go to a spiritualist and they tell you this is going to happen in your life, and I'm talking about a trusted spiritualist now, okay? Somebody just want to tell you this is going to happen in your life. They can help you with your belief. They can help you with believing something by telling you something is going to happen. I'm telling you what I know. But if you don't believe it, then it will not happen. You only can receive what you believe. And that's just what it is. That's just a fact. So I'm here to tell you how you do this. All right? I'm here to tell you how to do it. Because I can give you the answers. You can book a session with me. And I can tell you everything that's going to happen or everything that you need to know. But I'm not here to do that anymore. I'm here to help you to do it for yourself. I'm here to help you so that you can then go out and help other people. Okay? But we got to get you strong mentally so that you can do the things that you need to do. So the number one thing that you want to do when it comes to your belief is to get into the right environment. This is critical. You have to be okay with separating from people, places, things, mindsets, behaviors, and beliefs that are not in alignment with what it is that you want. Because all of that is going to choke up whatever it is that's trying to come forward. Remember, the universe only says yes. Whatever you want, the universe only says yes. And I'll say this, if spirit is giving you a vision or if spirit is telling you that something is possible, it doesn't have to be a relationship. It can be a goal. It can be anything that spirit is putting in you and you feel like this is going to happen or I want this to happen. That seed has been planted within you, but you have to do your part in making sure that you keep that seed in a healthy soil or a healthy environment for it to grow. And if you are around people who lack belief in themselves, I'm not even saying lack belief in you. If they don't believe in themselves, they are going to block you. Because remember, there's an energy transfer. And heaven forbid that you're in a relationship with somebody and you sleeping with somebody that don't believe in themselves. If you're sleeping with somebody and they don't have belief in their self, then that is going to transfer to you. That's why it's so important to make sure that you're around the proper environment. And I'll tell you the truth. Sometimes spirit will even guide you to be by yourself. There is a period of time on the path when you will be guided to be by yourself. You won't have any distractions. It's you and spirit in the world. That's it. And when I say the world, I'm talking about nature. I'm talking about stillness. I'm talking about quietness. I'm talking about peace. Spirit will separate you. This is how you're going to be able to grow. This is how you're able to grow. You put yourself in an environment where all the distractions are removed. And if you say, Ken, I can't remove these distractions. I got to be here. I got to work on this job. I got to be around this person. Look, I've been there. And I'm telling you, you can remove yourself. But like I said, if you say it's not possible, then it's not possible for you. So wherever you are right now, you'll be the same place next year. But if you say, you know what? It's possible for me to move. I might not know how everything is going to work out. I might not have all the money I want. I might not have everything planned out perfectly. But I know I have one step or two steps that I can make today or within this month to get me closer to moving forward. And I'll tell you what I did. I had a plan. Create a plan for yourself. You might not be able to move right now, but you can move next year. There's no reason why you have to still be in the same place you are right now next year, or even 6 months from now, or 3 months from now. If you take the steps that are necessary, you can move. And I'm telling you that is possible. If that means that you have to get your credit right, then take the time to get your credit right. Spend this time getting yourself together. If you got to save up some money, spend this time saving up some money. Whatever it is that you have to do, create a plan for yourself. And the first thing you want to do is figure out where you want to go. Where do you want to go? Because once you know where you want to go, then you can work backwards from there. But if you don't know what you want and you don't know where you want to go, then you'll still be in the same place. And I don't want that for you, cousin. I want to see all of my cousins moving forward in life. I want to hear from you. I want to see you. That's why we got video testimonials over at the Lighthouse, because I want to hear it. I want to see your transformation, because I don't want to show up all the time being here and giving support, but nothing's happening. I can't do that. I don't like that. I don't want to be the one that's always there and giving the support, but I don't see the result. It makes me so happy when I can see that women are winning in their life, because I know it's not easy, but you can do it. You can do whatever it is that you want to do if you believe you can. But your belief in the way that you feel about yourself and what's possible for you, baby, you got to go down into the dark. I know we're trying to get to the light. Everybody want to get into the light and be in the light and all this love and light. But I'm telling you, you got to get down into the dark. You cannot be afraid to go down into the shadows and the darkness, because Spirit will take you down there. But that's the only way for you to be able to gain a new perspective. That's the only way that you're able to cleanse and heal all of that is buried down within you, so that you can have the belief that you need. Many of us come from trauma, and not only trauma in our own lives, but we carry trauma from our parents. We carry trauma from their parents. It's deep. And if we call ourselves the generational curse breakers, making money is not going to cut it. It's not enough to have money and then all of your family members and everybody in your family, including you, is still suffering mentally. What's the money going to do? The money's not going to help you. And then people go and pay for a therapist or a psychologist. That's not going to work. That's why I tell everybody, listen, you can pay somebody and have them help you. I'm not saying that it won't support you. It's going to support you. But even they are going to give you work to do. A good therapist and a good counselor, they're not just going to give you the answers and say, okay, this is why this is happening in your life. They may tell you that. They may give you some guidance. But they're also going to say, if you want things to change, this is what you're going to have to do. They're going to be able to help you to do the work. So you still got to do the work at the end of the day. And I'm letting you know that you can do it without a therapist. You can do it on your own. Once you decide that you're going to connect to Spirit and you're going to really get connected with yourself, because that's how you connect to Spirit. You connect with yourself. You start being honest with yourself. You stop putting yourself in situations that you don't want to be in. You stop lying to yourself. You start being honest about how you feel. You start being authentic and real with yourself about how you showing up, how the people in your life are showing up, what you want to happen and what you don't want to have happen, and you start to make adjustments. Because remember, we're only here to make observations and adjustments. That's it. That's how you move. That's how you elevate. You make observations and then you make adjustments. Belief is so important. When it comes to making adjustments, you have to be authentic. You have to be real. You have to be honest, and you have to be okay. When the truth comes out of the darkness, you have to be okay with accepting it. And a lot of times when the truth comes out, a lot of people don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with it. Even if it's some truth that comes out about you, because Spirit will definitely pull your card. I'm telling you right now. Everything that you think you're hiding down in the shadows, you start saying you want to heal, you want to do this work, okay. It's coming up. And don't run from your darkness. And I teach my daughter this right now. Don't run from your triggers. It's okay for you to be triggered. You want to be triggered. Because if you're not triggered, how will you know that this is something that needs to be resolved? When you're triggered, that's your time to calm down, slow down, make an observation. Why do you feel like this? What is going on? Be the student of your life. And once you're able to be the student of your life, then you're able to make adjustments. Okay, I'm thinking like this because of this. I'm doing this because of this. And then you can make adjustments. But you have to believe that it's possible. Because I'm here to let you know, we live in a world that will force beliefs on you. You should believe in this. You should believe in that. Many of us were born into religions. We didn't ask for it. We did not sign up for that work. We did not sign up for it. We didn't sign up to be a part of the religion. Our parents were a part of a religion, and now we're a part of the religion. And we say, well, if it worked for mama and if it worked for daddy, it's going to work for me. But I'm here to let you know that we are all individuals. And if you ever want to get to your higher self, then you even have to detach from what your parents have put on you. If you feel guided to, because it may be your path to stay in a religion. It may be your path to do that. But for people that want to be free, then that means that you have to be in this world, but not of this world. Spirit will call you out of it. And then you may have to turn your back on people that you love. I'm not telling you this is an easy road. I'm just telling you what it is. When it says to take up your cross, that's what they're talking about. That's what they're talking about. You have to leave it all behind. You can keep your foundation. It's not saying that you have to give up everything that you learned. You know, I keep my Christian foundation. I tell you that all the time. But you have to grow at some point. You have to evolve spiritually. And tradition and religion will keep you stuck and will force beliefs on you. And then you're believing something that you don't believe it. Once you get to a certain point in your life, you're like, hold on, wait a minute. I've been believing this thing this whole time. And I don't necessarily believe that. It's okay for you to adjust and say, well, maybe I believed that when I was younger, but now I have a new perspective. It's okay for you to do that. You're an individual. You can do that, and that's okay. Okay? But you have to know what it is that you want to believe. What do you want to believe about yourself? What do you want to believe about life? What do you want to see? Remember, we are here to bring heaven on earth. We can bring heaven to earth. You can do that right now. You don't have to wait until you go into the spiritual realm in order for you to live the life that you want to live and live a peaceful life. We can live a peaceful life when we're connected to the spirit. This is the reason why we connect to spirit, so that we can get that peace. Because having money is not going to give you the peace. Accomplishing the goals does not give you the peace. The only way we get the peace is when we connect to the spirit of peace, which is the creator and the source. And there are things that we must do to qualify. And I know that many of us were raised to believe that the Most High, the creator of our life, the spirit of all, hears everybody's prayers. But I'm telling you, that is not the truth. You can get your prayers answered, and it don't have to be answered by the Most High. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. There's a lot of people in this world that believe that the creator, the Most High, the spirit of all, is blessing them, which I don't even like to say blessing. I don't like to say blessing, because the only blessing is spirit. That's it. But they believe that they are being blessed, okay, quote, blessed, because they're receiving material things. They're receiving a manifestation. But I know for a fact that you can be blessed by other entities other than the Most High. That's very real. And I'm here to let you know something else. A lot of times we think that the dark forces are outside of us, but we all carry that darkness in us. As a human being, we all carry that darkness. That's a fact. But that's the reason why we do shadow work, so that we can identify the darkness within us and not kill the shadow. That's not how you eliminate this energy. You become aware of it, number one. And then number two, you understand that you have the power to control yourself. You operate in self-control. This is why we are guided to be disciplined. Because the shadow is nothing more than a child. That's all it is. It's a childlike energy. Throwing temper tantrums and causing destruction and doing all these things like a wild child. But what do you do with a wild child? You don't throw the wild child out into the street and tell them to figure it out. No. You get to know why the child is the way that it is. It's compassion. You have to have self-compassion for yourself. Once you have compassion for yourself, then you understand why you think the way you think, why you do the things that you do. And then you can work on why you believe the way you believe. But there's layers and it's levels and it takes time. But we have time. As long as you are alive here on this planet, you have time. But environment is so important. It's so important to put yourself in the right environment so that you can really be clear, so you can think about what you're thinking about. Remember, I always told you, I keep your journal. Get your journals out. This is Earth School. You're a student of your own life. Get your journal out. Write your affirmations. You should at least have one affirmation every day. You don't have to have 20 affirmations, but at least you should have one. If you can, have as many as 3, 4, 5. So you can always be reaffirming what you feel about yourself, who you are. What did you come here to do? What do you want to have happen? And you only give thought to what you want to have happen. Because you'll have thoughts that will automatically go to the worst case scenario, but you don't have to receive that. Remember, this is not a flesh and blood battle. This is a spiritual, and it's not even like you're fighting. It's just surrendering. What are you surrendering to? Are you surrendering to negative thoughts, which is fear? Because a lot of people live in fear. So they're always upset, irritated, agitated. All of that comes from fear. All of that's fear. But when you have peace, fear gives you that peace, then you let go of all of that agitation and all of that. You don't have that anymore. And if you don't have peace in your life right now, then you can affirm it. You can say, I am a peaceful person. I have a peaceful life. I am so thankful that I have a peaceful life. And I remember when, because I was listening to a lady on TikTok, she said this too. I remember when affirmations are good, because a lot of times if you say I am, you don't believe it because it's not happening. But you can always say, I remember when. I remember when I was not in a peaceful place. I remember when I didn't have this. I remember when. But now I'm so excited that I have this thing. I remember when I didn't have peace. And I'm so excited now that I have peace. You can change your vibration. When you speak over yourself, you can change your vibration. You can change your beliefs. You can do that. Your word is your wand. Remember that. That's very important. So put yourself in an environment and start to speak over yourself. Every day when you get up out the bed, you can just start saying your affirmations, even if it's just one affirmation. Just one affirmation. And for a lot of people, that affirmation should be, I deserve all things good. I deserve a good life. Because there are a lot of people that don't believe that they deserve a good life. They believe that they deserve what they're getting. But I'm telling you, that's not true. But if you believe that that's true, because you've always gotten the short end of the stick, or things have always gone crazy for you or whatever, if you believe that, then that's true for you. And I'm letting you know that you can change that perspective. Just because that has been your experience, it doesn't mean that that has to continue. You can stop it and you can change it, but you only can receive what you believe. So if you believe that you have to struggle, then you will have to struggle. But you don't. You don't have to struggle. And that's the message for today. Feel what you believe. And those books that I was telling you about, those helpful books that are at the Lighthouse Women's Wellness Center on the YouTube page, listen to those audiobooks over and over and over again. You have to reprogram yourself. We are reparenting ourselves. So if you have to go in and listen to these audiobooks every day, even if it's for 10 minutes, don't have to be for long. Put it on while you're asleep, if you can. Play it while you're cleaning up your house. Play it while you're driving in your car. Instead of listening to TikTok, turn on your positive affirmation. Listen to things that are going to feed you and that are going to help you to propel forward, because you're not going to move past your belief. And I'm talking to me too. I have to do the same thing, cousin. I'm telling you right now, because I was conditioned to believe that the worst case scenario was going to happen, because it always did. But Spirit is even working with me right now, sending me through so many different tests right now. I'm to the point to where, look, I'm tired of the test. I'm tired of the test, but I'm thankful for it because I am learning. So even if things happen, Spirit is also showing me that nothing is going to destroy me. There's nothing that's going to stop me or derail me from what it is that I came here to do. So even if you have blockages, it doesn't mean that you're going to be stopped. You just go around it. And then you don't even have to do the work when Spirit is doing the work. You put Spirit in the driver's seat and you just roll behind Spirit. Wherever it is that you're guided to go, you go. Whatever it is that you're guided to do, you do it. Then you'll be okay. And then there will come a time on the path where Spirit says, you know what? Now you get in the driver's seat. Where are we going? What are we doing? That's when you become one with Spirit. But it is a journey. It's a journey. And it requires a lot of discipline. It requires a lot of sacrifice from you. When we're on the path of goodness and developing and becoming the greatest version of ourselves, we sacrifice a lot. A lot. A lot of things that we want to do, we may be guided to stop doing those things. But it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Because the outcome and the development that you will have, other people won't have it. And you will be qualified to lead. See, Spirit will qualify you. There are people in this world, they feel like because they're in a position to lead, that they are fit to lead. And we're going to see who survives. We're going to see. It's going to happen right before our eyes. Because in this world, this is a new world. You have to qualify. You have to be in alignment with the Most High. It's just how it goes. And there's initiation that takes place. And I always talk about that spiritual initiation. I'm always tell you about it because it's real. You don't need to pay for this initiation. You need to do what you're guided to do. And it's going to hurt. And it's going to be difficult. But you're going to make it through. But you learn how to hear what you cannot hear and see what you cannot see. And know that you are connected to the Spirit of all. No matter what happens in this world, we're learning. We are learning. And it's a journey. And the journey is just as important as the destination. Because I guarantee you, whenever you arrive to your destination and you do whatever it is that you want to do, there's going to be something else that you're going to want to do. Because we're here to grow and evolve. So you're always going to want something else. It's like if you get a new car, okay? You can want this new car so bad. You want the new car so bad. Then you get the new car and it's like, okay. That's cool. Now I want a new truck, You're never going to be satisfied, and that's okay. But that's the reason why we enjoy the journey of becoming. Because you're always going to be on this journey of becoming. Always. And you'll never know what you truly are going to become until you arrive on the other side. Because the work that you do in this life will follow you to the spiritual realm. Then you'll know. But I'm here to let you know that this life can be very good to you and for you. It's tough, but it's only a cycle of darkness. We go through cycles of darkness, but then we go through cycles of joy. We go through cycles of receiving, and it gets just as good. If you've been through turmoil and so many things in your life that you feel like could have destroyed you, I'm telling you that if you keep evolving, you keep growing, you keep choosing love, then all of the things that you went through is going to be worth it, because you have to receive just as much good. There has to be a balance. So if you went through all these negative experiences, you're getting ready to go through a lot of positive experiences. And it may be hard for you to receive it because you've never had it before. But it's your time. For many of you, it's your time. But you got to get in alignment with what is already there for you. Everything you want is already there for you. It's waiting for you to get there. It's waiting for you. Believe that. Now, I can't tell you what to believe, but that's what you have to believe if you want to receive it. You have to believe that what I want wants me too. Whatever it is that I desire already exists. And I will have it. I deserve it. If you know that you are supposed to be in a leadership role, you have to take ownership of that. You have to believe that you are a leader. Because all that nicey stuff that we were doing, trying to just be good to everybody, you can't just be good to everybody. That's foolish. Because there are people here in this world that will destroy you. And we had to learn. We had to learn that we're not just dealing with people that are just all good. There are wolves in sheep's clothing, and they're not wrong. That is their role. That is their position. You have to learn the game of life. And you have to know that these negative entities, they exist. But they're only going to sharpen you up. That's it. That's all they do. Or destroy you. One or the other. But only you can decide, because it's your reality. Are you going to let the negative experiences that you went through in your life deter you from your greatness? There's a lot of people that do. There's a lot of people that do not reach their highest and greatest version of themselves because they were not able to get over what they've been through in life. But you can. I'm telling you, it's possible. Because I'll tell you this, anything that you've been through, there are millions of people that have been through the same thing. I promise you that. The Most High, the Spirit of all, is not a respecter of person. You're not going to go through anything that nobody else has been through. We all have been through it. And there are people that are going through things right now that you are not going through anymore. And we're all here to help each other up. But we can't help anybody if we can't help ourselves. It's just not possible. So, for all the leaders out there, I'm here to let you know that what you want wants you. I'm here to let you know that you have the power to do whatever it is that you want to do. And I'm here to let you know that before you move on to your next level, you have to believe it, you have to see it, and you have to feel it. So work on that. All right? Work on that. Here's some journal promptings that Spirit guided me to write down, and I'm going to give it to you. Number one, the number one question you want to write down and answer is, how do you feel about yourself right now? Just a few words. Don't make it too hard. Just ask yourself, how do you feel about yourself right now? Because if you know how you feel about yourself right now, you're just making that observation. You're going to make the adjustment later on, but at least you know, and you have to be honest about how you feel about yourself. Not what other people have told you, not anything outside of you, none of stuff. How do you feel about yourself truly right now? Okay? Do you believe that the life that you want is possible? You write that down and answer it. Do you believe that the life that you want is possible? And then the last question is, what type of life do you want to live? Who do you want to be? What type of life do you want to live? Who do you want around you? How do you want to feel? How do you want to feel when you wake up? Because feeling is so important. How you feel is so important. And if you pay attention to yourself and you become self-aware, you will be able to determine how you truly feel in certain environments, and you'll stop going there. You'll be able to determine how you feel when you're around certain people, and you'll stop being around them. And remember that wherever you go, your inner child is going with you. So when we talk about reparenting ourselves, there was nothing we could do about the way we were raised and the things that we experienced as children. But that little girl or little boy, if you're listening, man, that child still lives inside of you. And now you're taking care of that child. And wherever you put yourself and whatever you send yourself through, that child is coming along with you. Just remember that. And there's a lot of inner child work that has to be done so that that child can trust you. Because the child that is within us, a lot of us have a child that is within us that doesn't trust anybody. That inner child is afraid because of the experiences that the inner child has been through. But you can make it better. You can make it better. You cannot do anything about your past. There's nothing you can do about that. When you were a child, there was nothing you can do. But now you can do something. And only you can create this environment for this child to be healthy. You know what they say? Inside of every healthy person is a healthy inner child. And that child wants your love and attention. And once you start to love and nurture your inner child, you start to pay attention to your shadow self, they'll stop throwing temper tantrums in your life. There's many aspects to who you are. You're multidimensional. You're not just the person that you see in the mirror. You have many, many, many aspects to who you are. And when you learn these different versions of you and how they show up, then you can learn how to cater to them. You learn how to discipline them. But it's all one. It's all you. You are a very interesting person. We all were created this way. But if we're just trying to hit our goals and accomplish things and work hard and become successful in the world's eyes or whatever, the inner child don't care about none of that stuff. The shadow could care less about any of that. When you integrate these aspects of you into everything that you do, then you feel fulfilled. Because there's a lot of people who accomplish things externally and they still don't feel satisfied. Because they're not paying attention to their self. You have to be self-aware. Okay? All right, cousin, I love y'all. You know I'm here for you. There's workbooks over at the Lighthouse as well. So if you need more journal promptings, if you need any guidance or anything like that, go to the Lighthouse. If you want to eat better, trust me, that's a big part of this. Eating, you already know. I'm going to tell you. If you're eating food that make you feel terrible, you're going to think bad. You're not going to think good and you're eating trash. It doesn't work like that. So if you want to eat better, go to the Lighthouse. You can get the grocery list. You can get the ebook. So you can get the recipe so you can start feeding yourself and feeding your family better food. And let me tell you, it is cheaper. Don't listen to what people tell you. Eating organic food is expensive. It's cheaper than buying meat. I'm telling you that. Vegetables are never going to be more expensive than meat. Fruit and vegetables are cheaper. But what's expensive is when you want to eat the meat and you want to eat organic. That's where it gets expensive. You have to make a choice what you want to do and do it slowly. Slowly incorporate some meatless meals into your meal plan and you will see the difference in how you feel. Because if you eat a lot of meat 2-3 times a day, that is going to affect the way you think. I'm telling you the truth. So if you want to think better, then you have to cleanse. And if you've been guided to fast, it's okay. Go ahead and go on a fast. Once you start fasting, then you remove the desire to do the things that you used to do. That's why we fast. And that's the part of that sacrifice that I was telling you about too. Okay? Join us in spiritual alignment class. Commit to a 4-week program. All right? 4 weeks Work on your consistency, work on discipline, work on being self-aware, and work on mindfulness. And after you finish the 4-week class, the spiritual alignment class, you will have new habits. It will change you. I'm telling you, it will change you. It will help you. And a lot of us just need that boost. And that's what the spiritual alignment class is for. And you can join us in the private group. I want to meet y'all, okay? I definitely want to meet y'all. So this is how we doing it moving forward. Anybody that's out there looking for me to go back and do what I used to do, please don't come over here. Please. All right? Go to the other channel or go somewhere else and find somebody else's channel. I'm here to help you move forward in your life. I'm here to help you transform. I'm here to help you do the things that you want to do. I'm here to support you in moving forward. It's not about nobody else. It's all about you. It's all about you. Okay? All right, cousin, I love y'all so much. I know it sounds very serious today, but that's spirit. You know, I'm going to roll with it. All right? Make sure y'all follow me over on TikTok because I'm always over on TikTok, and that's where I go live. I will have the live replays here on YouTube, but follow me on TikTok at Lighthouse Women's Wellness Center if you want to join the lives. All right, cousin, I love y'all so much, and I'm praying for y'all every single day because I know it's hard out here, but you are not in it by yourself. You are not alone. We are all doing this work together. If you're guided to be a part of the Lighthouse family, we are all doing this work together. Take your time, rest as much as you can, and just live in that flow of letting go. Remember, it's not about the struggle. It's about the surrender. If you're struggling, then there's things that you should surrender so you can stop the struggle. You don't have to, but if you do, then that will reduce the struggle. Okay? All right. All right, cousin, I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.